Okay, Richard. Question number 1.
Question number 1.
How did you two meet?
How do we meet? We actually did talk about this the other night. But, so Bryce,
yes,
my best friend Bryce, he had a class, political science, with her, Carrie, and Carly, and they would wear their full uniform to class. So, even if he didn't know that they were soccer players, he knew then. But he knew those were the girls that played soccer, and they were like the new freshmen. I had graduated by that point. But Bryce had a 21st birthday, and we ended up and we went to a soccer party after we had gone out for the night. And I always saw her with Carrie. And since I knew Carrie, I knew her as the girl that always hung out with Carrie. So I would always talk to her and be like, oh, that's Carrie's friend. So we ended up, and around her junior year, she started coaching.
Oh,
and I was coaching.
3 years later.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we would always see each other in passing, maybe at the bars or at a random party or something. But when I started coaching, she had maybe 2 more years in school left, and she decided to start coaching. And I had Facebooked her. And, well, she Facebooked me first and was like, oh, I think I'm going to be coaching at the club you're coaching at. And I was like, oh, cool. How do I know you? And she was like, oh, well, we're the baby Panthers that used to play soccer at Georgia State, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. So I would see her at practice every once in a while, and we would just talk from there.
Okay.
So that's how we met. I knew who she was, but we had never really actually met before.
I don't know these stories. Okay.
New things for you.
New things, I'm learning. Yeah. Okay. Fast forward a few years. Tell us about the day you proposed. What was going through your head?
Oh, goodness. Truthfully, I had had the ring for probably about a week and a half.
Okay. I thought you were going to say like month.
No, I wouldn't do that. But I was trying to get the ring because I was talking to her grandmother because I wanted to try to do it around our anniversary date.
Okay.
But when I talked to her grandmother, it didn't look like it was going to happen that soon.
Yeah.
So I knew, like, she was trying to plan her own engagement. Like,
yeah.
She was like, oh, well, for our anniversary, we can go down to Destin and check out some spots, and maybe we can do this. And I'm like, she's trying to plan her own engagement. So we went down to Destin, and I didn't have a ring, and it didn't happen. So she was mad at me the whole time, and I knew it. So then we got back home, and I was like, well, it's going to happen soon, because as soon as I get the ring, it's going to happen. So I had gotten the ring, talked to her grandmother, and she was like, you should do it when she least expects it. So I was like, okay. So I was thinking of different things that I could do. I was like, maybe I could do it at Shorty's, which was the first place we really had our date, or I was like, maybe we could do it at Asa, which is where we kind of met. And then I was like, just one day, I was just sitting in the car, and I was like driving home, and God was like, today's the day to do it. And I said, okay. So then I got it, and like I got off work at 12 o'clock. I went home, and I was like, okay, we're going to do it. So I just put my suit on, and I was like, fifth time to do it, let's do it. So I drove to her school, and right when I got there, he was like, or I got to the front office, and he stopped me, the security guard stopped me and was like, you can't just come into the school. And I was like, okay, well, do you know where Coach McKillop is? And I didn't want her to see me, so I tried to like stand off to the side, so it looked suspicious. So like he kind of stopped me and like held me up, and I was like, well, do you know where she is right now? And he's like, oh, she's probably in the gym right now. And I was like, okay. So then I saw her coworker come by, and I tried to flag him down so I could figure out where she was, and I was trying to hustle the guy along because I was like, I want to try to do this quickly. And I was like, well, can I talk to Coach Terry real quick? And he's like, yeah. So I started talking to Coach Terry, and I was like, do you know where Kristen is? And he was like, oh, she's in her health class, but she gets out in like 2 minutes. She'll be out to meet you. And I was like, no. Can we go see her now? And he was like, all right. So on the way, I wanted him to film it, so I had pulled out my phone, and I was about to tell him about it. And right when I turn around the corner to go to her health class, she opens up the door. And I'm like, oh, snap. So I just tossed him the phone, and he like looks at me, and I look back at him, and he's like, Oh, so like I pull out the box and then from the video, that's how it starts.
Oh, yeah, that's a good story.
Yeah.
We need to get the video.
Yeah.
Show that video.
So, walked into the classroom and she starts crying because I think she realized what was going on.
Did she realize at first?
I think she saw me, she saw the suit, and then when I pulled out the box, she was like, "Oh my gosh." So,
what did she say? I forget.
She was like, "Oh my gosh, is it gonna happen here?" So then we walked into the classroom, and then I made sure the kids were quiet because I think they thought I was like an administrator.
Oh, yeah.
And then she was crying, so they were like, "Oh my gosh, what's happening now?"
On now?
And then I heard like a little girl out of my ear, and she was like, "Is that the guy?"
Is that
So
him?
I guess she has pictures in her office, so she knew it was me.
She probably talked about it.
Yeah.
Talked about you.
Probably so.
Just a little bit.
Yes.
Okay. What about the wedding are you most excited for?
I am most excited, obviously, about the marriage part, because that's what it's all about. But hopefully, I want it to be the day that she hopes it would always be, or she had hoped it would always be.
Yeah.
Because that's most important.
I think it will be, because she's marrying you.
Of course. I like your style.
So, with that, what are you most excited about in your future as husband and wife?
Future as husband and wife. I am most looking forward to me and her growing together, because we've already grown a lot together. She's grown up a lot since I've met her. And I'm looking forward to her helping me become who I'm supposed to be in God, and vice versa. So, as we pursue our own passions in life, I pray that we grow together and pursue the passion that God has for us. And I think it's going to happen. So
it's already happened.
Yeah.
Okay. As far as family, how many kids do you want?
She always asks me that question. I would be fine with like a solid 2.
Yeah.
But if more come, so be it. If we don't have anybody, so be it.
How many does Kristen want?
I don't know how many Kristen wants. I think she probably wants 2.
2 or 3, yeah.
She probably wants a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
I know I want at least one boy though. Richard Wells the 4th.
Yeah. Little Rico.
That's right. Rico Suave.
Okay, why do you think you and Kristen are so compatible?
Because we are polar opposites.
Okay.
She's an extrovert. I'm an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
She's loud. I'm quiet. She loves to party. I like to stay home. Mm-hmm. But I think we balance each other out. So when we go to parties and things and maybe I don't want to go out, we'll go out. Mm-hmm. And it'll bring me to a different side of things. Or when she would rather go out, sometimes she stays in so she gets to rest up a bit.
Yeah.
As opposed to overexerting herself. So
it's all about compromise.
Yeah, it's good balance.
Okay. If she was an animal, what would she be and why? It seems like you already know the answer.
I do. I think she would be a panda bear.
Why? Oh.
Because she's cute. But I think it's because of her cheeks. Her cheeks.
Aww.
She looks like a little bear.
Do you already call her a panda bear?
I don't call her a panda bear.
Don't you have a panda bear obsession?
I do. I love pandas.
Oh, okay.
And I love her. So.
Aw. Okay. Well, that works.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your favorite physical attribute on Kristen?
Her cheeks.
Her cheeks?
Obviously.
Aw.
Yeah.
Little panda McKillop.
That's right. She's got cute cheeks and beautiful eyes.
She does have beautiful eyes.
Yes, she does.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is your favorite quality about her? Not just physical.
My favorite quality? I think she is fun-loving. And that's my favorite quality. So she wants to have fun in whatever she's doing, even if it's super serious. So, and sometimes it can make me upset, but she just likes to have fun. So
yeah.
I appreciate that.
Okay. Okay, and lastly, what do you specifically want to say to Kristen on the day of her bridal shower?
On the day of her bridal shower?
Day of her bridal shower.
Do I say it in the camera or do I
Sure.
say it to you? Okay. Kristen, have a good time, have fun, but make sure you don't cause any trouble with your friends because they care about you a lot and they threw this all for you. So make sure you enjoy it and you appreciate their love and companionship. That's it.
All right. Perfect. Thanks, Vicky.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
Cheers.